It's on. Oh, it's on. Okay. All right. So what I want to talk about today is yesterday we had this speaker come in, and she was like, we were told it was a comedy show, um, and it was really funny, but it was also like an inspirational speaker, and most of her speech was about alcohol, but it also kind of developed into this whole metaphor of life being a journey down a highway, and it was so interesting. So I want to share with you guys some of the things she said. Her name was Wendy Fox, and basically it was like the journey through life down a highway, and she talked about how there's all these different exits you can go off of, and she kind of made an exit the equivalent of death. So when you go off an exit, like that's your time. But then she also was like, well, if you set yourself a destination, you can have multiple destinations. You can get off at certain exits, and maybe that exit will do something for you. But once you're done completing that goal, when you get off that exit, then you can make a new goal and get back on the highway and just go. And one of her main points was like, you know, um, even if you're on the highway and you're driving through like the worst storm you've ever been through, or you're driving and you get stuck behind a really slow car, or you get stuck behind a truck with like logs in it that you're afraid are gonna like fall out and make your car crash or something, you still have to keep going. Um, and and she also made it so that it's kind of like the cars on the highway were like people that you could kind of point out in your life. Like she had an example like the car that sometimes is in like the far left lane, which is usually like the fastest lane, is the car. Um, it's going like 40 miles an hour, like on the lane all the way to the left, which is usually people who are going like 80 miles an hour. Um, and basically, she was like, those are the people who have no idea where they're going, and so they do take that time to figure it out, but it's those people that you get stuck behind and don't let you pass. So it's a metaphor of like, not trying to be like the guy who's going 40 on the left lane, and rather being, um, the person in the middle lane or the right lane or the left lane, um, that's going at a normal speed, and know what you want and set goals for yourself and go there no matter what, um, even if you get stuck in a storm or something bad happens, you just have to suck it up and keep going. um, and then she also went into this really interesting thing about she said go back to being 5 years old, and basically she kept using her son as an example for that. And her point was, when you were 5, everything was so different from when it was now, and it's almost kind of like a better thing. Like she started off saying that little people are like older drunk people, except not drunk. So basically, um, younger kids like 5-year-olds have that ability to just be carefree. Like they don't care about what anyone thinks, and they usually have really good instincts about things. Like when you're talking to them, and yeah, just like they don't really care what other people think, and like, and she also said, what was it? She said no kid is really mean until they're taught to be mean, which I thought was so interesting because like it's so true. Um, but yeah, this video is getting really long, but I just wanted to share with you guys that kind of thing because it really inspired me, and I wasn't expecting it because they were saying it was a comedy show. So um, yeah, I wanted to share that because I really enjoyed it. Um, So yeah, that's pretty much it. Her name is Wendy Fox. You could probably check her out on Facebook. I haven't done that yet, but she said she had a Facebook page, and she said she like um, does giveaways and stuff like that. And she does giveaways for GPSs since like her speech is about highway stuff, which I thought was cool. Um, so yeah, that's about it. And I had my first college class this morning. It was really good. It was philosophy of human nature, and the professor was awesome. And I have a few friends that I've already met in that class, so that's good. And before I go, I wanted to show, well, for Katie, I wanted to show her that I wore her sweatshirt on the first day of class, so I don't know if you'll guys be able to see it. I have to move my chair. Okay. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. Okay, here's my sweatshirt. Woo! Yeah. Alright, see you guys later.